God, Harrison's kidding about these headphones. Goodness gracious, Big. Just put it back in. I'm like, good God.
I mean, there's a volume knob down there.
I know,
right?
but it's just for whatever reason, like, it was just you and me. It was fine. I didn't have my headphones in when the intro music because, I'm always trying to do 19 different things and signing in over here. Well, speaking of trying to do 19 different things, the Portland Trailblazers, well, they've done 23 of them things now. You like that? Professional. 23 wins now in the season, getting above 500 for the first time in 3+ years this deep into the season, knocking off the Miami Heat and handling them in pretty clear fashion, despite leading only by 1 at halftime. They mopped the floor with the Miami Heat, 127-110, behind some stellar play in the second half from Shaedon Sharpe and Jrue Holiday. But here's the thing about last night. The Portland Trailblazers kind of played a bit of a weird game and dog-walked somebody. And a lot of that can come down to the hot shooting from basically everyone. Because I was looking at this last night as I'm kind of sitting there in the media section, and I'm like, this isn't adding up. This is kind of a weird outlier, if you will. Here's what happened when you're talking about some of the counting stats from last night. The Miami Heat beat the Portland Trailblazers by 8 in points in the paint. They beat them by 4 in second chance points. They beat them by 12 in fast break points. They lost by 5 in bench points. They forced the Trailblazers into 5 more turnovers. They scored 10 more points off turnovers, and they committed 7 less fouls.
So how did the Blazers
and
win
lost
this game?
by 17.
Yeah, man.
Like, if I gave you that and you had no idea what the score was,
they got the doors blown off.
you would think that they just got the crap kicked out of them.
Yeah.
That does not compute at all.
Nope, does not.
But when the Trailblazers shoot 50, 40, 85, and they take 53s,
that sounds like a lot.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Portland Trailblazers last night shoot 48 of 96, 50% from the field, 20 of 50 from 3, 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Great percentage, but didn't get there a whole ton.
Yeah.
But neither did the Heat. The Heat took 6 more free throws, which is kind of interesting. Screw it, I'll get out of the way now. It was one of the worst officiated games I've seen in a long time. I tweeted out last night, the NBA has got to stop putting these ref crews together.
Yeah.
Josh Tiven was the veteran official. The other 2 officials both had less than 5 years experience.
Okay.
And you felt it.
Yeah.
Did you catch the game last night?
I didn't.
Okay, so there is a challenge. I believe it was 9:14 to go in the first quarter. And number one, I'm not a big fan of the challenge with less than 3 minutes into the game. But it was very clear that they got it wrong. If you didn't watch last night, it's a loose ball on the baseline. Jrue Holiday jumps in the air. Bam Adebayo steps down, out of bounds, whole foot on the ground. Jrue throws the ball off Bam's back. Well, it's out of bounds off the Heat. Well, the ball bounces off Bam's back and lands in Drew's lap and then hits the ground.
Okay.
Tweet, Heat ball. Tiago goes, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Challenge. Timeout.
Yeah.
They go to review. Replay review confirms the ball last touched Jrue Holiday before it hit the ground.
What?
That's not the call, Josh.
Yeah.
The ball hit Bam Adebayo while he's out of bounds with his foot on the ground.
That makes it out of bounds.
I have never seen this happen. If anybody else has seen this happen, please let me know. Tiago Splitter appealed the call, and they went and watched it again. And then they saw it hit Bam before it hit. But it was just sitting there, I was like, how did you miss that?
Right.
Because in live action, I was like, I think Jrue got that off Bam before it hit him. And then they show the replay one time. Everybody in the media section does the same thing. No, it's off Bam. Keep it moving.
Right.
How did it take the professional referees 3 tries?
Yeah.
The live action one, then the replay, and then the coach going, nah, you're going to look at that again, dog.
Right.
Before you get it right.
It's terrible.
And this comes from the amalgamation of trying to stick these young, inexperienced referees with a veteran official. Look, it's one thing if you do that with Zach Zarba. Zarba's a very good official. For my money, he's the best official in the league. And that actually happened 2 weeks ago. Zarba had 2 young officials, and he had it was like kind of herding cats. But it impacted the flow of the game. Shaedon Sharpe got teed up last night because he was tired. Deni looked like he was going to get teed up because he was tired of it.
Right.
There was zero consistency, zero flow. And I'm actually glad that, for the most part, I think after halftime, I think the refs went, we're having a really bad night. How about we just let him play.
Yeah.
And that's what you got. And I think that the game turned into what was a pretty entertaining game.
Mm-hmm.
Game was entertaining because in the first half, Deni Avdija came out there and balled out of his mind.
Right.
Deni was phenomenal yet again. Finished with 20 points, 7 boards, 4 assists in 18 minutes.
Not too shabby.
He was on pace to have another monster night.
Yeah.
Well, early in the third quarter, I believe he played, was it a minute 26? Let me double check it. What was it? Minute 57, sorry. Just under 2 minutes. And Thiago yanks him out of the game. And I saw Deni kind of rub his back a little bit. I'm like, it's probably not 100%. He's probably going to be battling that until the All-Star break and gets to chill for a couple. Well, not really chill because he's going to end up being an All-Star. Anyways, I digress. But I see him out, and I see him go to the bench and put the back wrap on. It's got the hot and the cold and the massage and all the compression, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want to see that. That's not great. But, it is what it is. And then I saw him look over at Courtney Watson, the team trainer, and she does the kind of squint back and forth, and I see him stand up, and I see her walk towards the locker. I'm like, crap.
Yep.
And he did the old man walk, the hand on the back of the hip, leaning forward, just kind of tight, right? He had the stiff leg kind of dragging behind him. It wasn't like we saw him when he left the floor when he got hurt a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I can't stand up past 60 degrees. I'm cooked.
Right.
It was like, oh, that ain't good. But he leaves 2 minutes into the third quarter, but it proved to not be a problem because Shaedon Sharpe went absolutely bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Shaedon had one of the worst halves of his career in the first half. It was a train wreck of epic proportions. It wasn't just that he missed everything. It wasn't just that he turned the ball over. He was sloppy. He was lazy. He was disinterested. He had no aggression. He had no plan. It was awful.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, brother, wake up. Somebody go slap him. Like, what is going on? Like, he was just floating through things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting there going, well, they're down, or they're up 1.5, and Denny's hooping, Drew's hooping. They can still win this, but, man, Shaedon's got to wake up.
Yeah.
He came out in that third quarter, and as bad as he was in the first half, he was even better in the second.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the strongest contrasts of a player I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, he was aggressive. He was attacking. He was getting after it. He was locked in. Defensively, he's getting steals. He's getting deflections. He's chasing down loose balls. He's grabbing rebounds. All of a sudden, the go
right.
was there.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to see that kind of a turnaround from a young player.
And it is. And, I want to give him the credit because you're going to sit there and beat him over the head for that god-awful first half.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see the bounce back.
Yeah.
Because he was phenomenal. With Shaedon, it's never been about talent. It's never been about talent.
Yeah.
It's been about between the ears.
Yeah.
And the dog and him per 36.
Right.
Like, Tumani, you got to pull the chain on that dog sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shay, you got to kick the puppy.
Yeah.
It's like, what do we got to do, man? Just come on. But when you get it, you see that.
Yes.
You see that in the third quarter alone. He finishes with, I just clicked my thing. He finished with 12 points, 2 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals. And honestly, 2 fouls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Good.
Right.
Aggression.
Yes.
I like that he got teed up. I like that he got irritated. That happened in the first half, but it was like, show something.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Thiago said or what Nate said or what Saint said, what Posey, like whoever.
Right.
Whoever went over and like, wake up.
Yeah. Some sort of fire got lit under his arse.
And he balled out of his mind. 24 points in the second half. Him and Drew were, the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, Blazers blow it up, and I think the 15 or 17. And in that time, it was a 23-8 run for the Blazers, and Shaedon and Drew combined for 16 of that on 6 of 7 shooting. It was like, oh, this game's over.
Yeah.
This game's over.
Just put that one to bed.
And I think that was kind of the interesting part of that. Shaedon finishes the night, team high 27 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, 4 steals. The 6 turnovers, he had 4 of them in the first half. Mm-hmm. And that was just sloppy, lazy, disinterested.
Right.
Just coughing up fur balls. The 2 second half turnovers, whatever, man. What if you're going to play aggressive? It's the same pass Deni gets. Mm-hmm. It's the same pass Dame got.
Right.
If you're going to play aggressive, if you're going to play downhill, and you're making mistakes because maybe you're a little out of control. Joe Simons and I, there's a thing that we've always kind of had when we're talking about whether you need to get a player going or whether you need to rein him in. I want a whoa horse, not a giddy horse.
Right.
I don't want to have to smack you on the butt to get you going.
Right.
I want to pull the reins to slow you down because it's a lot easier to get a guy to pull back a little bit than it is to get a guy to get going who's not internally motivated.
Yeah.
So while it's great to see, come out with that.
Right.
I want to give you the credit for coming out in the second half with it.
Yeah.
But come out with that mentality, that attitude, night in, night out, because it's not a talent issue.
Right.
Now, though, the Portland Trailblazers are above 500. They have beaten good teams on the road. They have beaten good teams at home. They are 5-8 against the Eastern Conference, and they have not played a team not in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference yet. They have the second easiest schedule remaining in the NBA.
Yeah.
With this team right now, a game above 500, that schedule, that them getting healthy, is it time to change the expectations on this team?